Hanukkah is a special holiday. It is a Jewish holiday. Jewish people all around the world celebrate it. Hanukkah is also called the Festival of Lights. This is because it is a holiday filled with light and happiness. It lasts for 8 nights and 8 days. Every night, families gather together. They light candles and say special prayers. The holiday reminds everyone of a time long ago. It is a time to remember a great miracle and a story of bravery. It is a story about fighting for what you believe in and never giving up hope, even when things seem very dark. Who celebrates Hanukkah? Jewish people do. It does not matter where they live. A long, long time ago, more than 2,000 years in the past, there was a land called Judea. This is where Jewish people lived. A new king named Antiochus IV ruled the land. He was not from Judea. He came from Syria. King Antiochus was a cruel ruler. He banned Jewish practices. He forced people to worship Greek gods. People could not study holy books or rest on the Sabbath. The Jewish people were very sad and very angry. A brave man named Mattathias lived in Modi'in. He was a priest. He had 5 strong sons. Mattathias refused the king's laws. He would not bow to Greek gods. He decided to fight back. He and his sons gathered a small band of followers. Farmers, villagers, not trained soldiers. They were called the Maccabees. The Hammers. Strong and fierce like a hammer. They fought for the freedom to be Jewish. The Maccabees were few. The king's army was huge. Thousands of soldiers, horses, elephants. The Maccabees hid in the hills and caves of Judea. They used smart tactics, surprise attacks in small groups. For 3 long years, they fought many battles. Judah Maccabee became the leader after his father died. Against all odds, the Maccabees won. They drove the king's army out. When the Maccabees finally entered the Holy Temple in Jerusalem, they were heartbroken by what they saw. The beautiful temple was a mess. The king's soldiers had ruined it. Statues of Greek gods were everywhere. The holy place was dirty and impure. The great golden menorah was gone. The Maccabees knew they had a lot of work to do. They immediately began cleaning and repairing the temple. They wanted to make it holy again, a place to pray. Their first task was to light the menorah. The menorah stood for God's light and presence, but they needed pure, sealed olive oil from the high priest. They searched the entire temple. After a long search, they found only one small jar. It was tiny and still sealed by the high priest. There was only enough oil for 1 day. Still, they chose to light the menorah. They had faith and wanted to rededicate the temple right away. They poured the oil into the cups, lit the wicks, and watched the flames come to life. The light filled the cleaned temple with a warm glow. Making new pure oil would take 8 days. They worried and they prayed for a miracle. And a miracle did happen. The little oil kept burning. It burned for a 2nd day, a 3rd day, a 4th day. The flame never went out. It burned for 8 full days. The people saw this as a sign from God. So today, the most important Hanukkah tradition is lighting the menorah. A Hanukkah menorah is actually a special lamp with 9 branches. It's also called a Hanukkiah. 8 of the branches are for the 8 nights of the holiday. And the 9th candle, which is usually higher or in the middle, is called the shamash, or the helper candle. Each night, for 8 nights, families use the shamash to light the other candles. On the first night, they light 1 candle. On the second night, they light 2, until all 8 candles are lit on the final night of the holiday. Another fun tradition is playing a game called Dreidel. A dreidel is a small spinning top with 4 sides: Nun, Gimel, Hey, Shin. These letters stand for a Hebrew phrase, Nes Gadol Haya Sham, which means a great miracle happened there. Children and adults play the game with chocolate coins, nuts, pennies. Depending on which letter the dreidel lands on, a player can win some of the goodies, lose some, or do nothing. The game is a fun way to remember the miracle of Hanukkah while spending time together as a family. Food is, honestly, a big part of the celebration. Because the Hanukkah story involves the miracle of oil, it is traditional to eat foods fried in oil. 2 of the most popular Hanukkah foods are latkes sufganiyot. Latkes are delicious potato pancakes. They're made from grated potatoes, onions, eggs, flour, and then fried until they're golden and crispy. They're often served with applesauce or sour cream. Giving and receiving gifts is another modern Hanukkah custom. Did you know that the date of Hanukkah is determined by the Hebrew calendar? This calendar is based on the cycles of the moon, which is why Hanukkah falls on different days each year on the standard Gregorian calendar that most of the world uses. Hanukkah always begins on the 25th day of the Hebrew month of Kislev. This date was chosen because it was the day the Maccabees finished cleaning and rededicating the temple. Here's another interesting fact. The Dreidel game we play today has a secret history. During the time of King Antiochus, it was illegal for Jewish people to study their holy texts. To avoid being caught by the king's soldiers, they would pretend to be playing gambling games with spinning tops whenever soldiers came near. The tops they used were the ancestors of our modern dreidels. When the soldiers left, they would put the tops away and go back to their secret studies. So, when children play dreidel today, they're also remembering the bravery of those who kept their faith alive in secret. Menorahs come in all shapes and sizes. While the temple menorah had 7 branches, the Hanukkah menorah, or Hanukkah, always has 9. They can be made from many different materials: silver, brass, wood, clay. Some are very old and have been passed down through families for many generations. Others are modern works of art. There are even giant public menorahs set up in cities all over the world: New York City, London, Tel Aviv. One final fun fact is about the name Maccabee. While we know it means hammer, some people think it might also be an acronym. They believe the letters that spell Maccabee in Hebrew could stand for the words Mi Kamocha Ba'elim Adonai. Hanukkah is much more than just a story about an ancient battle or a miraculous lamp. At its heart, Hanukkah is a holiday about freedom. It is about the freedom to be who you are and to practice your beliefs without fear. The Maccabees fought for this right, and their victory ensures that this important message is never forgotten. Every time a family lights the menorah, they are remembering this fight for religious freedom. The small candles stand as a powerful symbol against darkness and oppression, reminding us that even a little light can push away a lot of darkness, and that we should always stand up for what is right. The holiday also teaches a powerful lesson about hope and perseverance. The Maccabees were outnumbered and the situation seemed hopeless. They could have given up. When they found only one small jar of oil, they could have waited. But they never lost hope. They kept fighting, and they had faith. The miracle of the oil lasting for 8 days is a beautiful reminder that miracles can happen, especially when we persevere and believe in something greater than ourselves. Hanukkah encourages us to keep our own inner light of hope burning, even when we face challenges in our own lives. Hanukkah is also a time for family and community. The traditions of the holiday are designed to be shared. Families gather to light the candles together, to say the blessings, to eat special foods, and to play games. These shared experiences create lasting memories and strengthen the bonds between generations. The public menorah lightings also bring the wider community together, sharing the holiday's message with neighbors of all backgrounds. It is a celebration that reinforces identity and belonging, connecting Jewish people to their history, their culture, and to each other across the globe. Ultimately, the meaning of Hanukkah is universal. It is a story that can inspire everyone. The small, flickering candles of the menorah symbolize the triumph of light over darkness, hope over despair, and freedom over tyranny.